Okay, brothers and sisters, tonight's lesson is faith is the only way to please AHAYAH. So we're going to go to the definition of faith first. It's the Hebrew word 529. Go ahead, officer.
All right, this is Hebrews 5:29. Establish, that is, figuratively, trusty, also abstractly trustworthiness, faith, truth. Hebrews 5:3-9. A primitive root properly to build up or support, to foster as a parent or nurse, figuratively to render or be firm or faithful, to trust or believe, to be permanent or quiet, morally to be true or certain, once. By in Isaiah 30:21, by interchange for Hebrews 5:4-1, to go to the right hand, hence assurance, believe, bring up, establish, fail, be faithful, of long countenance, steadfast, sure, surely, trusty, verified, nurse, king and father, put, trust, turn to the right.
Okay, and so I'll read this real quick. Isaiah 30:21, it says, "And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand and when ye turn to the left hand." So, we're going to walk in faith. And the only way to walk in faith is to build your faith. And you build your faith by the word of the Most High. So we can't see faith, but it is also an action that you do. So let's go to Hebrews 11, and we'll start at verse 1. Hebrews 11,
right.
Verse 1.
All right. This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
So there you have it. You cannot see faith. So, it's invisible. Let's get a precept for that real quick. Romans 8, verse 24.
All right. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 24. For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for?
So it's easy to believe something when you see it, okay? But none of us seen the Most High, okay? But we believe His Word. I'm going to get into more into that in a minute. So, so we have faith because we read this Bible and we believe it. Okay, let's go to 2 Peter real quick, 1 and 5.
All right. This is 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 5. And besides this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge.
Okay. So, To get faith, it takes diligence. That means studying every day, reading your Bible, talking to your elders, listening to the lessons. So it's not something you can just do once a week, once a month, once a year. Like a lot of Christians, they go to church on Sunday. Well, actually, a lot of them just go to church on Easter, pagan holidays. So they're never going to learn anything. But we stay in this word, and it helps us build our faith. Now, I want to look at that word virtue real quick to get a little more understanding on add faith, virtue. It's in the Van Bible. It says, I'll read it. It says, strength, ability, often involving moral worth. So, only way we're going to build our faith is by knowing the commandments, by reading the Most High's word, by prayer, by fasting. I mean, that's all going to help us become stronger and be what the Most High called us to be. Okay. So let's get a precept real quick. Proverbs 1:7 on that knowledge. Proverbs 1 verse 7.
All right. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 7. The fear of the Lord, the fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Okay, so we're all here tonight because we fear the Most High. Okay, we want to do what's right, and so we came out of this world. We're not of this world anymore. We're just in this world, and we need to build our faith because the things that are coming down the road, down in the future days, without faith, you ain't going to get through it. I mean, we heard a lot of things that have been going on with this government. Okay. They're really pumping up the Ebola virus right now. They're talking about they're going to give everybody a vaccine. Okay, so, I mean, and also the earthquakes that are going on around the world. I mean, it's going to get worse and worse. We've got a drought here in California. I mean, energy prices are going up. I mean, the writing's on the wall. I mean, they go on after the children of Israel. And, they're talking about that law where they could forcibly inject everybody in America with a vaccine. So, we need to build our faith up, and we need to trust in the Most High that He's going to get us through whatever we have to go through. So, and all praise to the Most High that everybody on this line, they open to what's going on. They know what's going on. Their eyes, they can see, and their ears, they hear. So let's get another precept about the people that despise wisdom and instruction, which is Hosea 4 and 6. Hosea chapter 4, verse 6.
All right. Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children.
Okay, man. So you see there, we don't want to be destroyed for lack of knowledge. Study to show yourself approved, rightly dividing the word. So, brothers and sisters, get in your Bible. I know you are, and build your faith. And so I want to go to my next point real quick. And we know that no man or woman has seen AHAYAH. But through reading this word, the Holy Spirit confirms that with us. I want to go real quick to 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7.
All right. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. For we walk by faith, not by sight.
So our faith is what's going to get us through. When there's earthquakes going on, bombs are dropping, the police are rounding up people, putting them in concentration camps. We can't let that get to our emotions, our feelings. We gotta keep our faith. Can't give in to that. Okay, so let's go to 1 John chapter 2, verse 20. This is how we know that this word is true. 1 John chapter 2, verse 20.
All right. 1 John chapter 2, verse 20. But ye have an function from the Holy One, and ye know all things.
Okay, so there you go. You got an unction from the Holy One, and you know all things. That means the Spirit will confirm it to you when you hear something. You'll feel it in your spirit. Okay, that unction is anointing. So that anointing, you'll feel it. You know, I know sometimes when I feel the Spirit really come upon me, I kind of get like chills. It feels, you know, I could tell that she's revealing something to me. So you know all things, okay? And none of us seen YASHAYA. None of us seen AHAYAH. But the Comforter confirms it to us that they do exist. And if let's go to Luke 11, verse 27. I want to get a little more, a little more understanding of how your faith is gonna, how you're blessed more than you can imagine if you just keep the faith. Luke 11, verse 27.
All right. This is Luke chapter 11, verse 27. And it came to pass, as he spoke these things, a certain woman of the company lifted up her voice and said unto him, Blessed is the womb that bare thee, and the fat which thou hast sucked.
So, right now, a woman comes out and says, Blessed is the womb and that bare Christ and the paths that, that he has sucked. And the thing is this woman is saying the Virgin Mary, or the so-called Virgin Mary, the mother of Christ. Tonight, well, not tonight, but this last week that just passed, the Pope is about to make a decree that the Virgin Mary is more important than YASHAYA. That's blasphemy. And right here in the Bible tells you, we'll read the next verse, Luke 11:28.
Verse 28. But he said, Yea, rather blessed are they that hear the word of thy power and keep it. So
you'll be more blessed than Mary if you hear this word and keep it, because you haven't seen either. You have not seen YASHAYA. You have not seen AHAYAH. Okay? So I don't know if you brothers and sisters heard about that today, or it came out on the 16th, but the Pope talking about they're going to make now it's another false doctrine, not the Trinity, but the I forgot it's called the quadruple or something. So they really going for it with this new Pope. So now I want to talk a little bit about building our faith and how do we do it. So we're going to go to Romans 10 and 17. Romans 10 and 17.
All right. This is Romans chapter 10, verse 17. So then, faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of thy power.
Okay, so that's how we're going to build our faith. By hearing, by reading, by listening to our elders teach us the scriptures, and it's the word of God. You know, you go into the churches today, you're not going to hear the word of the Most High. You gonna hear people tell you, "Oh, I love my pastor, I love my church," but they don't have any foundation of the faith. Because if they did, they wouldn't be saying that. They would be saying, "I love the Most High God, I love YASHAYA." But I see people walking around with shirts, "I love my pastor." I mean, so that they ain't getting the word. They ain't hearing the word. So their faith, they say, "I believe," but we're going to get to that in a minute. Faith without works is dead. So let's go to Hebrews 11, verse 6. Hebrews 11, verse 6.
All right. It's Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to thy power must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Okay, so here we go. It's impossible to please him. So, but now again, we're going to get into it in a little bit. Faith is not just hearing; it's actually doing too. Okay, so you gotta know. If you say you know the Most High, but you don't keep His commandments, you ain't pleasing Him, and you're a liar. And the truth is not in you. So let's go to Psalms and look up that word. Let's get a precept for diligently. Psalms 119, verse 10. Psalms 119, verse 10.
All right. Psalms chapter 119, verse 10. With my whole heart have I sought thee. O let me not wander from thy commandment.
With thy whole heart have I sought thee. So if you're going to diligently seek him, you got to seek him with your whole heart. Not half your heart. You can't be straddling the fence. Revelations chapter 3, verse 14 and 15, I believe, says if you were lukewarm, he'll spew you out of his mouth. He said, I'd rather have you hot or cold. But if you're lukewarm, I will spit you out of my mouth. So I hope that, you ain't, none of your brothers and sisters are being lukewarm, including myself. I know none of us are perfect, but we're trying to be perfect. And the only way we're going to be perfect is get this faith, build our faith up, and walk in the Spirit and not after the flesh. Let's go to James 2, verse 20. James 2, verse 20.
All right. This is James chapter 2, verse 20. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead?
Okay, so we are that faith without works is dead, and we gotta do that work. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to that chapter in a little bit, but let's go to Hebrews 11:3.
Hebrews chapter 11, verse 3. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of thy power, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear.
Okay, so none of us seen the world. We weren't here when it was made, but the world will tell you that it was a big bang, and the whole world was created by that. But through our faith, we understand that AHAYAH and YASHAYA and the RAWACH built the world. And if you guys haven't done it, or if some of you haven't been in Elder Clark's class, Hebrew Academy, I suggest you get in that because he really breaks that down, and really in depth. And it's a good way to spend your Sunday morning in the truth, building in your faith. Okay, let's get another one on John 1:1. Actually, my bad. Psalms 33, verse 6. Psalms 33, verse 6.
All right. Psalms chapter 33, verse 6. By the word of the Most High were the heavens made, and all the hosts of them, by the breath of his mouth.
There we go. He made everything. Now today, you got man in their schools, they try to teach you that it was evolution and the Big Bang Theory and, all these different theories. Again, they're theories. And today they're trying to make man and women better. Well, they think they're making them better by putting chips in their brains and, messing around with when you have children, you want to give your child blue eyes and blonde hair and all this. These people are messing around, and it's going to bring the Most High down, just like in the book of Noah. I mean, not Noah, but Enoch, when he talks about that stuff. We're getting all this cross species splicing, GMO, the food that we eat is now things that could do it better, but when the Most High made everything, it was perfect. Okay, and so let's go to John 1:1. John 1:1.
All right. John chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with thy power, and the Word was thy power.
Okay, so the beginning, you see that the Word was with God, and the Word was power. Okay, let's go to Well, let's finish that real quick. Go to John 1 and 2.
Verse 2. The same was in the beginning with thy power.
Okay, so we also know that there's a scripture where it says God is the same today, tomorrow, and forever. So he's always going to be the same. Let's go to verse 3.
Verse 3. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made.
So he made everything. The moon, the sun, the water, the mountains, and he made people, men and women. He made the angels. He made everything. So John, go down to John, verse 14, on verse 14.
Verse 14. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth.
So that's speaking about Christ. The only begotten of the Father. He's the firstborn. He's the first one he created. Okay, so let's get some examples of faith from our forefathers in the Bible, okay? Let's go to Hebrews 11 and 7. Hebrews 11, verse 7.
All right. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 7. By faith, Noah being warned of thy power of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith.
So, by faith, Noah being warned of AHAYAH. He told him what he was going to do. You need to make this ark. I'm going to destroy this place. It's wicked. Now, can you imagine Noah just out there? Everybody's wicked, and he's building an ark, and there's no water around, and people are laughing at him, and who knows what else they were saying. And this man, by faith, everything the Most High said to him, he believed. We need to be the same way and take this example. Can't be doing so we want to be 100%, but then we only do parts that we like. No, another thing is, I know times are tough, man, but when the Most High blesses, we gotta give him, give it back, to put it back in his storehouse, a tenth. So, let's do everything the Most High commanded us to do. Not only what we feel that we can do, because we can do it all through Christ who strengthens us. Okay? So let's get a precept real quick on fear. Go to Proverbs 9, verse 10. Proverbs 9, verse 10.
All right. Proverbs chapter 9, verse 10. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding.
So, we all start to fear the Most High, and that's why we're here tonight. And that's the beginning of our wisdom when we feared Him. And now we're getting the knowledge of the holy, getting knowledge of these commandments, of the scriptures, how to live with in decency and order, We're helping our brothers that are in need, helping our sisters that are in need. Giving consultation and just doing everything that the Most High calls us to do. Okay, so let's get Ecclesiastes 1 verse 27. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 27.
All right. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 1, verse 27. For the fear of the Most High is wisdom and instruction, and faith and meekness are his delight.
Fear of the Most High is wisdom and instruction. So that's why we spend time doing this, reading these Bibles, listening to our elders, our deacons, our officers. They help us get understanding. And we gotta be humble and meek. Because that's what faith and meekness are his delight. He preaches being humble and meek and faithful. So let's go to Ecclesiastes 25 verse 12. That's actually Sirach in the Apocrypha. Ecclesiastes 25 verse 12.
All right. Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 12. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of his love, and faith is the beginning of cleaving unto him.
So when we're going through it, we got to use our faith and cleave unto him. We can't let the cares of the world get to us. When we're brought down to a lower state, cleave unto him, and he'll get us through. We're like gold being tried in the fire. Gold, when it comes before it gets to the fire, it doesn't even look like it does after the fire. So we're all getting put through the fire right now, brothers and sisters. But we got to keep this word, keep our faith. Let us not depart from our faith. It's all we have. The Most High is all that we have. We don't have riches of this world. We don't have big houses and fancy cars. Our faith is all that we have, okay? Let's get some more examples of Noah listening to the Most High. Go to Genesis 6 and verse 13. Genesis 6, verse 13.
Genesis chapter 6, verse 13. And thy power said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth.
Go ahead, read the next verse.
Verse 14.
No, I'm sorry, that's YASHAYA. Go down to 22.
Verse 22. Thus did Noah, according to all that thy power commanded him, so did he.
So you see that Noah listened to what the Most High said. Now, today we look at the world that we're living in today, it's exactly like the days of Noah. We got violence on the streets. You got homosexual marriage. You got people killing their babies. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So you know we're living in that the last time, man. Just like Noah's day. Christ said in Matthew 24, as the days of Noah are, so shall be the son of the son of the son. Let's get that verse, man. I'm messing up right now. At Matthew, I think it's hold on. Okay, I'll read it real quick. It says Matthew 24, verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So, and then in verse 38 it says, for as in those days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving into marriage until the day Noah entered into the flood. So we see that happen today, you know. Got the porn industry is thriving, and I mean, people are killing for iPhone 6s. I mean, it's total madness right now. So let's start. Let's go give another example of our father Abraham. Let's go to Hebrews 11:8. Hebrews 11:8.
All right. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 8. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed. And he went out, not knowing whither he went.
Okay, so you see, by faith, Abraham was called to go out into a place which he should have received for an inheritance. He obeyed the Most High, and that also right there. He says by faith he went out. So that's an action. He didn't know he was going, but he trusted in the Most High. So we have to trust in the Most High when He says, "Deliver thyself out of the land of the north." Are we trusting the Most High? Or are we trying to trust our job? Go to verse 9.
Verse 9. By faith he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise.
Okay, so you see, our father Abraham was walking in faith, not by sight. He did what the Most High told him to. So let's get a little more information on Father Abraham. Let's go to Genesis 12, verse 1. Genesis chapter 12, verse 1.
All right. Genesis chapter 12, verse 1. Now the Most High had said unto Abram, Get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I show thee.
Okay, go ahead, verse 2.
Verse 2. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. Verse 3.
Go ahead.
And I will also bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curse thee. And in these shall all families of the earth be blessed. Verse 4. So Abram departed, as the Most High had spoken unto him, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran.
So there you have it. He was 75 years old. He did what the Most High told him to. And it says, I will make thee a great nation. And he also says, I will, his name. We're still talking about Father Abraham right now. Okay, they have songs about him, so I'll praise the Most High for that great nation that it is going to come forth when Christ returns. And he will, 144,000 will rule with him for 1,000 years. So that's my goal. I hope I make it. I hope all you brothers and sisters make it. So now I want to kind of go into, is your faith being used? That's the question I have. Is your faith being used? Let's go to James chapter 2, verse 19. James chapter 2, verse 19.
James chapter 2, verse 19. Thou believest that there is one power, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. Verse 20. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead?
So you see here, even the devils believe and tremble. They know that AHAYAH is real. They know it. But the main reason I went here is because he says, faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. If you ain't doing the work, you just believe, then, hey, it don't mean nothing. So you got to do the work also. So let's go to Matthew 26, verse 41. Matthew 26, verse 41.
All right, Matthew chapter 26, verse 41. Watch and pray, that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak.
So a lot of times we get complacent, and we don't want to do this work. I mean, you have to go out on the streets, or you have to go to a holy day. That's faith. You're acting in faith, going and spending time with your brothers and sisters. But the flesh gets weak and starts making excuses. We don't want to make no excuses. We want to fight. It says not to forsake the gathering of the brotherhood. So let's not let's spend time with each other and enjoy each other's company, and that's acting in faith too. So let's go to 1 John 3 and 17. First John chapter 3, verse 17.
All right, 1 John chapter 3, verse 17. But whoso hath this world's good, and seeth his brother have need, and shutteth up his bowels of compassion for him. How dwelleth the love of thy power in him?
Question. So that's the reason why I'm coming here is because, you know, you see your brother in need, and you say you love the Most High, and you know, you doing the work, and then your brother's in need, and you got an extra jacket, and he needs it. You're just like, oh, bro, you know, hey, bro, the Most High will take care of you, but you don't help him out? Come on, man. That, you know, is the love of God in you? You know, that's the question you got to ask yourself. So, I want to go to 1 John 4:20. 1 John chapter 4, verse 20.
1 John chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love thy power, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother whom he hath seen, how can he love thy power whom he hath not seen?
There you have it. So, you know, again, we haven't seen the Most High, and we have faith in him that he does exist. And, you know, we say we keep his commandments. But if you haven't seen the Most High and you hate your brother, you're a liar. You don't love the Most High. Okay, so let's go. I want to go into when Christ, you know, comes back. What is he going to say that day to you? What is he going to say to you? So we're going to go to Matthew 25, verse 23. Matthew 25, verse 23. Is this what he's going to say to you on that day? I hope this is what he says to me.
Matthew chapter 25, verse 23. His Most High said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy power.
So there you go, faithful servant. He made us, you know, we were good. We were faithful with a little few things. He's going to make us ruler over many things. So that's what I want. I hope he says that to me, and I hope that he says that to you, brothers and sisters. And that's going to take action. You can't just sit and wait for something to happen. You got to do it. The kingdom of God is within you. Now, will he say this to you is the next chapter, Matthew 25, verse 26. A couple scriptures down.
Verse 26. His Most High answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed.
So, yeah, we have it right there. You know, we can't go out in the bury the talent. We got to let it shine. We got to use the talent that the Most High gave us. Okay, every one of you, you know you have a talent. Don't let the world tell you that it's not useful. Most High gave you a talent for a reason. That's part of acting on your faith is by using it. Okay? I know a sister that I met recently. I won't say no names, but the world told her when she used to go to this church, and they told her that she has a good talent in drawing. And they said, oh, the Most High can't use that. I was like, I'm going to have you draw some things for me and maybe put them on a T-shirt. So that's a gift that the Most High gave her. So don't let the world tell you that. Don't let your church tell you that. Well, we're not going to tell you that. But if you're visiting tonight, I want your church to tell you that. Okay, you know, the things coming upon us in the near future, we can't have no fear. We have to have faith in AHAYAH and in YASHAYA. And the RAWACH will comfort us if we stay in the Spirit and keep the commandments. So I want to go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 3. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 3.
All right. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 3. But the Most High is faithful, who shall establish you and keep you from evil.
Exactly. Who shall establish you? AHAYAH will. And he's going to send a comforter to make you feel peaceful, even through persecution. So remember that the AHAYAH is faithful. He's more faithful than anybody you ever met in this world. But you got to put your faith and your trust in him. And you got to read your Bible every day. Give us, the Lord's Prayer tells us that. Our daily bread. We need that daily bread. So let's go to let's get a little precept on that Psalms 119:86. Psalms 119, verse 86.
All right. This is Psalms 119, verse 86. All thy commandments are faithful. They persecute me wrongfully. Help thou me.
So, the time's coming where they're gonna, it came in the history where you couldn't keep the Sabbath. Those people that did were persecuted. So we're going to keep his commandments no matter what. Hear, Israel, the Lord our God is one. We're not going to worship no other God. We ain't going to trust in no other God. We ain't going to put up a wooden cross in our house or a statue of Buddha or whoever, a rock. We're not going to do that. We're going to keep these commandments. And we're going to be persecuted for it. Believe that. Go to verse 78.
Verse 78. Let the proud be ashamed, for they dwelt perversely with me without cause. But I will meditate in thy precepts.
So, hey, whenever your sisters and brothers, when you're getting persecuted, just think about those precepts, man. Just think about what he says. That's going to get you through. That's faith. Your faith will get you through the times that we're going to go through. And it will keep you in the Spirit. If you get caught up in that flesh, it could be a wrap. So don't let your flesh dictate what you do. Let the Spirit lead you. Okay, let's go to Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Can't feel these things, brothers and sisters, that are coming. We know the concentration camps, the fusion centers, mandatory vaccinations. It's coming down. It's coming down. The mark of the beast is coming down. So we're going to stand against that. We're not going to buy into the system. We know, we have knowledge that he gave us because we fear him.
All right. Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
So there you have it. Fear none of these things that you shall suffer. Then some of you are going to be in tribulation for 10 days. But be faithful unto death, and you shall receive a crown of life. That's what I want, a crown of life. That's what you all should want, and I know you do. So he tells us all things. He ain't going to do anything that he ain't already told us. We just have to read and understand. Be in this word. Let this word become part of you. Faith comes by reading, by hearing. Okay, let's go to Revelation. 17, verse 14. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Salakia. Revelation 17 and 12. I'll read down to 14. I think he fell off. Hold on, he got disconnected. Officer Marlock. Okay, there you go, Brother Charles. You got that?
Yeah, I got it. Revelation chapter 17, verse 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. Verse 13. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. Verse 14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is the Most High, Lord of lords, and King of kings. And they that are with him are called, and chosen, and faithful.
So, there you have it. I hope we're with him. We'll be called and chosen and faithful. And the only way we're going to be faithful is by doing this work and reading this Bible and staying true to the Most High and keeping his commandments. So let's go to one more. I want to go to 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 23. Second Ezra, chapter 13, verse 23.
Second Ezra, chapter 13, verse 23. He that shall endure the peril in that time hath kept himself. They that be fallen into danger are such as have works and faith toward the Almighty.
So, how do we keep ourselves? By reading this Bible, by staying in the spirit and not in the flesh. And we will endure. The more, as long as we stay faithful to the Most High, he's going to keep us. Okay, so let's do this work. And faith without works is dead. So we got to do the work. So let's go to Psalms 94, verse 16. This is doing the work right here. Psalms 94, verse 16.
All right. The Psalm 94, verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
The people are going to do that. Okay? Not your pulpit preacher, they'll be pimping for money. They'll tell you faith. Oh, you could have faith all you want. If you believe, you could have the biggest house and you could have a nice Cadillac or a BMW. Just give and you shall receive. I mean, and then their sermons, they don't tell the people what they're doing wrong. Everything's acceptable in those abominable houses. Everything is, okay? Homosexuality, fornication. You see the way some of these people are dressing in church. Okay? So, I mean, we got to stand up against that. We got to call it for what it is. There's no decency and there's no order in those churches. So we got to stand up against that. And then we got to stand up against the society that we live in. Same-sex marriages. People shooting people in our streets, selling dope. We got to call those people out. Stand up against it. Tell them it's wrong. We got to teach them. We got to go up against the government when the mark of the beast comes out. We can't just be waiting for them to come get us in our house. We got to go out on the street and warn the people and tell them, hey, you can't take this chip. We got to tell our people because they don't know. They indoctrinating the kids right now in the schools. So, they're getting those because they know most of us ain't going to go for it. But they got kids walking around with chips around their neck right now in their school, in the public schools. So we got to teach our youngsters to go out there and start, when they in school, let the kids know what's up. They don't want to hear them they don't want to hear anything about the Most High and Christ in schools. But hey, who's going to rise up against the evildoers? Who's going to rise up against the workers of iniquity, the sinners? You are, brothers and sisters, and your children are. Teach them the way they should go, and they won't stray for the faith. So let's go to Luke 17, verse 20. Luke 17, verse 20.
All right, this is Luke chapter 17, verse 20. And when he was demanded of the Pharisees when the kingdom of thy power should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of thy power cometh not with observation. Verse 21. Neither shall they say, lo here, or lo there. For behold, the kingdom of thy power is within you.
The kingdom of thy power is within you. So the kingdom is in you, brothers and sisters. It's in me. It's in all of us on this line. And it is not going to come by just sitting on the couch and studying and being reclusive, not being out there in the public, in the society. We've got to go out there and we've got to make it happen. We've got to do the work. Faith without works is dead. So I pray that you brothers and sisters find out what you can do to help this body and do it. Hey, call the Gabar and say, hey, I need, I could do this. Can I help out like with this? Would this be helpful to the church? Because we're one body, but we have many different members. Not everybody's the head or the arm or the leg. So I think as this body gets stronger and stronger, and we come all on one accord, you're gonna see the power of the Most High working through us. And we need each other, especially in the times that we're going in. So people don't realize how, I know most of the people on this line do, but we're coming. The mark of the beast is coming. So it's got to be 100%, faith all the way, read keep these commandments, keep these laws, statutes, know this Bible inside and out. It might be illegal to have a Bible one day. So if you don't read your Bible and you haven't been studying and they take your Bible away, what you going to do then? You're not going to be able to meditate on those scriptures, on those precepts, when you throw them in jail because you didn't have it in you. So let's build faith. Let's get it going. I want to go to Isaiah 25, verse 1. Isaiah 25, verse 1.
All right. This is Isaiah chapter 25, verse 1. O Most High, thou art my power. I will exalt thee. I will praise thy name, for thou hast done wonderful things. Thy counsels of old are faithfulness and truth.
Okay, so AHAYAH, he's the same today, tomorrow, and forever. And he's not going to change, and he's always going to be faithful and true. And his word is faithful and true. So, we have to be faithful to him, and he'll be faithful to us. And you can guarantee that. These laws, these statutes, these commandments, these promises, he gonna keep his word. It's just a matter of are we going to do it? Are we going to, do what he told us and do Deuteronomy 28 and be blessed, or are we going to be cursed? Well, we know we're on our way to blessings, Most High willing. So that's the lesson for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got edification. If I misspoke, AHAYAH, in the name of Yeshua, please forgive me.